In the heart of Dublin, as autumn's chill settled in and the leaves rustled with whispers of ancient tales, the city prepared for a grand spectacle, the annual Bram Stoker Festival. The air was filled with an aura of mystery and excitement, and the streets buzzed with anticipation. The festival was a celebration of Bram Stoker, the Irish author of the classic Gothic novel Dracula, and it promised a night of enchantment, thrills, and unforgettable experiences. As twilight descended, Dublin's iconic Temple Bar district became a canvas of Gothic wonders. People from far and wide arrived, transformed into creatures of the night. Vampires with porcelain skin and sharp fangs, elegant witches with flowing capes, and ghosts draped in tattered veils wandered the cobblestone streets, turning the city into a living Gothic masterpiece. The festival kicked off with a vibrant street parade, led by an eerie figure resembling Count Dracula himself. The Count, with his slicked-back hair, blood-red eyes, and a flowing cape, moved gracefully on a grand float, setting the tone for the night. Spectators couldn't help but feel a chill run down their spines as the parade began. The night parade was a captivating spectacle, an otherworldly procession of performers and puppeteers. Enormous skeletal puppets, each a work of macabre art, danced and swayed, their movements hauntingly beautiful. Fire-breathing dragons, giant spiders, and grotesque monsters weaved their way through the streets. Drummers played eerie rhythms, and the air was filled with the scent of incense and the sounds of enchanting music. Among the parade's onlookers was a group of friends from a small village on the outskirts of Dublin, who had come to the city to experience the festival for the first time. Sarah, Michael, Emma, and Daniel were all avid fans of horror stories, and they were eager to immerse themselves in the world of Bram Stoker and Gothic literature. Sarah, a lover of classic horror, wore a long, flowing gown and a black veil, evoking the image of a Victorian widow. Michael, fascinated by the supernatural, donned a top hat and a cape, playing the role of a dashing vampire. Emma, with her penchant for the mysterious, appeared as a gypsy fortune teller, while Daniel, an enthusiast of eerie tales, was dressed as a haunted pirate. The friends marveled at the parade, their faces painted with expressions of awe and wonder. The skeletal puppets seemed to come to life, their bony limbs swaying to the rhythm of the music. The group couldn't help but feel transported into a realm of fantasy and horror, where the ordinary became extraordinary. As the parade wound its way through the city streets, the friends noticed a small bookshop with a dimly lit window. A sign outside the shop announced a reading of Bram Stoker's Dracula. Sarah, the bookworm of the group, couldn't resist the opportunity to hear a live reading of one of her favorite novels. They stepped inside and found themselves in a cozy, candlelit room filled with avid listeners. The reader's voice was rich and hypnotic, and as he narrated the tale of the charismatic but sinister Count Dracula, the room seemed to take on a life of its own. The flickering candlelight cast eerie shadows on the walls, and the listeners were drawn into the world of Stoker's imagination, where love, fear, and the supernatural collided. Outside, the festival continued to unfold. Post Pub, a temporary bar that had sprung up in a narrow alleyway, beckoned the friends. The pub was named in honor of Edgar Allan Poe, another master of Gothic literature. As they entered, they were greeted with dim lighting and an assortment of themed cocktails with names like Bram's Blood and Vlad's Vesper. The atmosphere was filled with laughter and the sharing of eerie tales, as festival-goers toasted to the night's enchantment. The night reached its climax with a mesmerizing fireworks display. Explosions of color burst over the darkened sky, casting an otherworldly glow on the city. It was a grand finale that left the friends in awe of the spectacle. As the festival came to a close and the night grew late, the friends made their way back to the quiet village outside Dublin. The echoes of the parade and the enchanting stories lingered in their minds, and they knew they had experienced something truly extraordinary. The Bram Stoker Festival had given them a night of enchantment and adventure, a chance to step into the world of Gothic literature and horror. As they settled in for the night, they felt a deep appreciation for the mysteries of the night, the magic of storytelling, and the legacy of Bram Stoker. The festival was a reminder that in the heart of a city steeped in history and tradition, new traditions could be born. And each year, as the autumn chill returned, Dublin would once again be illuminated by the shadows of the night, welcoming all who sought a journey through the eerie and enchanting world of the Bram Stoker Festival.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.